All right, Shalom, Shalom, Call Halayim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone Ruel. Salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth. All right, this is Sirach chapter 37, verse 11. Actually, I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, consult not with one that suspecteth thee, and hide thy counsel from such as envy thee. Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous. Right. Because she's going to give a bad advice on that situation because she and herself wants what that other woman wants. And that's mentioned in the scriptures, man. You know. And that's the reason why you have such turmoil in today's age, because these women sought to go after that crooked, wicked lifestyle when they didn't have to listen. Well, Bible says you gotta listen to the man, so I'm not gonna get no man. Ain't nothing good out here that I want to listen to. No. That is the way to the depths of hell, man. You know, because the scriptures still say that women are still supposed to find a man of the Lord, you know. And if you don't have a man of the Lord and you have a man, you know, shit. Well, the scriptures say you can even make him a man of the Lord by your conduct, you know, and you listening to the truth. So it's really no excuse. At the end of the day, you still got to serve. You still got to do this. But yet you got women that will tear down households, commit adultery, and, you know, move on with that attitude until they see something like this. They see happiness that they could have had. But they get upset and they blame everything and they ruin everything else, you know. But this is the advice that most women listen to. They listen to women like 50-year-old AJ Johnson talking about her sex stories on how she got flipped and is praising it. You know, when she didn't come up on that. I got 2 men to use my body and spread disease. That's sickening, man. And it's really gross. They flipped me this way. It's like a magical dance. No, it was like some horror stuff. You know, but then you have this couple will probably get into an argument, and you know, the woman, you'll probably get upset to the point to where she don't want to talk to the man, or she'll feel impudent, and it'll be that blame game to where she's never wrong, so she'll go to her friends who's going to justify her in being wrong and have her do something which is probably going to be against the Most High and her husband. You know, that's really just how it happens. That friend girl mentality, they hop into their head and they tell them, girl, he shouldn't be doing you like this. You really need to just fuck him. Just do this, you know? And that, especially if you have children by these women, that ruins the household, which the best way to be nowadays, especially if you're an Israelite, man, is to either be single or date outside your race so that you can focus and you know, do the things that you have to. Because these women are going to be down for your substance. It says because of a man is brought to a piece of bread. All right, I'm going to get that after I get this. But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 49. It says, like as an whore envieth a right and a virtuous woman. You know, it says a whore is going to envy a righteous and a virtuous woman. All right. So shall righteousness hate iniquity. You know, the Lord was talking about his hatred for evil men. You know, he was talking about his hatred towards evil men, that they're going to be contrary. So one is always going to try to bring down the other, man. You know, it even says that the flesh lusts against the spirit and the spirit against the flesh, meaning that their desires are fighting each other. And you have this right here, this bro right here having the dirtiest, like she about to cry, sad, angry look. All her pain of well, if he didn't play me, well, maybe maybe I ain't play him, or if I hadn't slept with such and such, just a whole bunch of mixed emotions to the point of where she's just angry and won't learn from the lesson, but it's just gonna take what she feels and tear that down. If anything, she's probably gonna try to sleep with this woman's man, not because she wants the man, but because she wants to ruin things. Which there is no such thing as a man cheating or him not being able to have multiple women, but women that fucking do shit like that, they don't do that to be a part of that or to be a part of something. They do stuff like that to ruin shit. So you do have women that try to tear down a happy home. They don't get with the man thinking they could be a part of the happy home with him having two women. They want to ruin that shit. And maybe, yeah, have a little fun in the process. Oh, yeah, it was fun. Because at the end of the day, they're worried about their own happiness, which is usually wickedness. Sirach chapter 42, verse 12. It says, behold, not everybody's beauty. So, we as men, we have to keep this in mind as well, that we got to peep game on everything before it even happens, which shit justified. Sometimes you probably might not even if they looking at you, can't even go after that certain woman, or maybe you can, but you got to be able to understand what's best for you and your lifestyle, or if that's the right thing and the spirit is with it. Brothers can't exactly tell a man how to live. We can only give you the guidelines to apply to your personal life and your walk. And it says, and sit not in the midst of women. All right. Because, you have certain situations where you do have men that'll have wives and they'll start getting that wicked mindset to shit. Like I said, going back to the threesomes, you got women that say that they have 3 and multiple husbands. It's possible. You might have a guy that'll be so bashful unto his wife that his heart will be turned outside of that, because she's been listening to her friend girls. All right. But it says, for from garments cometh the moth, and from women wickedness. So if that wickedness can be spread even amongst men, it's shit. Sometimes women shouldn't even be around women like that, because if women be a part of that wickedness that's like the wickedness of Esau, and which is greater than our wickedness, not to say that men aren't wicked, but it's the reason why it pinpoints certain people in the scriptures. If their wickedness be that much greater, you really got to lay your hand upon your family and your wife and your children, man. And they can't hang around certain people, and if they do, it got to be for a certain time. You really have to be in control, and they're not gonna always like that. But guess what? It keeps them from that evil woman, that wicked philosophy that best friend comes with, because she's going to come with all manners of things of the world, that her pastor probably justified, or her extra friends justified, or some simp or some homosexual that she was talking to justified, or something she saw on TV justifies this. And it's not going to be right because it's going to be contrary to the way we're supposed to live. But this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 12, and I'm going to end it off with this. It says, for the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest. So if you do have a woman that's not half bad, sometimes she can't have those friends that she had in the world. Or, you got some that they don't want any other friend but their husband, which sometimes can be detrimental because you got to have time to other things, and you can always be there for the woman. And she's going to have to understand that, and that's going to bring up fights as well. But sometimes you got to be around her, so that she don't get bewitched by this world and by these friend girls. But nevertheless, your spirit can't even be around her like that, because you have to be in the spirit, as Paul said, that those that have wives be as though they had none. It says, thou obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concupiscence doth undermine the simple mind. All right, and that's a wandering concupiscence that's going on right there. You know, which this woman, yeah, like I said, it happened to that in that situation to where they get into it. This couple, she'll bring a wicked desire into this woman's heart, and boom, you didn't ruin this whole family. And then she might turn around and say, well, and try to still sleep with she'll hold that secret and then try to sleep with the husband. And then if he rejects her, well, such and such went loyal, right? And trick on her. You that's my friend and all, but I'm just saying, you doing too much for her. Because she does not like anything good. You got that out there like that. But with that, hopefully this has been edifying. The ultimate game right now is to stay in the game. And we got to see these snakes for what they are. Sometimes you can vet them, but even the vetting, man, you might be deceived by the vetting. So sometimes it's good to just stay away. All we know is that whatever it is, just pray that the Lord reveals it to you in due time. But with that, gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, Shalom, and Abba Ball.